Wednesday. Oh gosh. I will be honest and say that I'm not fully coherent yet. My alarm went off about 20 minutes ago, but I just kept snoozing it. But I really wanted to do a video where I just take you guys through my whole daily routine, starting from when I wake up to when I go to bed and everything I do in between as an English teacher. So this is it. I wake up, I look exhausted like I do right now, and then the rest of my day goes from there. So I just woke up, I put on a sweatshirt because my window was open last night, which I like because I like it to be cold when I'm asleep at night, but then it makes it really hard to get out of bed in the morning because my apartment is really cold. So the first thing I do most mornings is wake up and like put on a sweatshirt because I'm cold. But then I pretty much immediately make my bed first thing in the morning. I didn't always used to make my bed. In high school, I never ever did, and I think my mom got so annoyed at me. Okay, now my bed is made, and I'm going to get my coffee started because good grief. Like, not even just to be a cliche, but I really need some coffee this morning. I just recently upgraded from instant coffee to a French press, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty pumped about it. My friend recently gave me some good like Italian coffee too, and I've been loving it. Shout outies on. Next thing that I always try to do as soon as I wake up is put away all my dishes. I'm also going to go ahead and start my breakfast, which this morning is going to be at least oatmeal, but possibly also some toast or like an apple or something. While my coffee is brewing and while my oatmeal is heating up, I like to come and brush my teeth and do my skincare routine. People have differing opinions, like should you brush your teeth before breakfast or after breakfast or both? I do both ideally because I love brushing my teeth first thing in the mornings, otherwise I just feel so gross, I can't explain it. Just killed my toothpaste officially. Okay, now I'm going to wash my face and do my skincare routine for the morning. I always like to start by just splashing my face with cold water. Also, I always, like for years now, have listened to, it's called the BBC Global News podcast, and I've listened to it for probably about 3 years every single morning whenever I'm getting ready. I love it. So if any of you guys are looking for, like, you want to start listening to the news, but you don't really know what's a good podcast, or you think you should start listening to the news, I would definitely start there. Also, obviously, this is not an ad. I'm not even big enough to be sponsored by somebody like the BBC. Most mornings, I don't really have like a designated time for breakfast. I kind of just will make my breakfast and then like walk back and forth since my kitchen is just right there, take a few bites, and then come back here and keep getting ready for the day. So this morning, obviously my alarm went off at about 6:30, but I do some weeks, like last week, get up much earlier than that, and I do my workouts in the morning. I really am a morning person when it comes down to it. I kind of prefer to get up at like 5:30 or so and like go for a run. But this week I'm just not feeling it. I don't really know why. I haven't been sleeping great, and I have this thought that my time is better used sleeping in the morning. Then I could just work out at night. So that's what I've been doing this week. I've been really into lattes recently, which is funny because I used to be like pretty exclusively a black coffee drinker, and now for whatever reason I am just loving lattes. And I always use oat milk because in my opinion it is the most delicious. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna have 2 of these today, honestly, because I made enough coffee for it. I don't want to waste that, and because I'm really tired. Maybe just because it's Wednesday. I don't know. I also went to bed too late last night, but what can you do? Besides drinking 2 cups of coffee, that's what you can do. I swear that I have makeup on, but I don't think it made a difference with my dark circles this morning, so you guys are just gonna have to take my word for it. Yes, this is pretty much it for coffee number 1. I'm gonna wash my makeup brushes this morning. I try to wash them like every few weeks I'm gonna go ahead and wash them now so they have a good chance to dry out before tomorrow morning. Okay, y'all, so I've just finished cleaning my makeup brushes and I finished my makeup. I'm on my second cup of coffee and I have about 30 minutes, like a half hour before I need to leave to go into work. I just need to get dressed now. We do wear uniforms at work actually, but I don't always wear a uniform, especially now that it's winter because we only have short sleeve uniforms and it's like 30 degrees right now. Unfortunately, it's still like cold enough in this school too that like if I wear my uniform, I kind of freeze the entire day. So I need to get some, I think like just some cardigans to wear over top of my uniform so that I'm not as cold when I wear it to work during the day. But as long as we're dressed like business casual, if we don't have our like uniform work shirt on, they're usually pretty okay with it. So I'm just gonna pick something out and yeah, that'll be what I wear for the day. Okay, now I'm walking to work and I forgot my whole tripod setup, but it's okay because I'm probably not gonna use it at work anyways. I'm gonna try to be discreet about when I'm filming. I actually caught the light at that crosswalk and I didn't have to wait. That never happens and I always have to wait there. It's like the longest light ever. So whenever I catch it, I take it as a sign it's gonna be a good day. There's like a hair or something like on this mask that keeps touching my face. And it's driving me insane. Guys, look. I got a tape dispenser for my classroom and I know it's so small, but it makes me so happy. I'm so excited about this. Okay, my kids are probably going to start getting here in about like 5 minutes or so. My classroom's set up, my lesson's ready to go. So now I'm just going to make sure that all the things I need on the computer are pulled up and ready to go for when they get here. I also always bring my own computer to work. I have a work computer, but I like to be able to use that to display things on my TV screen and have like PowerPoints and videos and pictures, and then use my own computer for like all my lesson plans and things like that. Also, isn't my work view just beautiful? I love that my classroom has this beautiful view. It makes me so happy every day. So my kids are 5 and 6 years old, and every day we do the same good morning song and they love it. When I first played it, none of them really knew the words, and now they all know the words and they all sing along. And after it ends, they're always like, oh, again, like we want to listen to it again, and it's so cute. Good morning. We also always do head, shoulders, knees, and toes, which they love, and it kind of just gets them like warmed up for the day and in the mode of like speaking English and like participating in class, and that is so fun. And recently they've also been asking for the chicken dance every morning, which I just think is hilarious. So we always do the chicken dance, and it's perfect because our morning lessons are themed for every week. So last week it was ocean animals, and this week is all about birds, and so it was kind of perfect that they started to request the chicken dance. So that's just like kind of our morning routine. We always talk about like the weather and the days of the week and the month and the season, and that's pretty much more or less how we spend the entire 30 minutes of this class. Good morning! Good morning! What? Why are you angry? Why are you angry? You just got here. What? Good morning. Look cute.
Let's take off your coats. Let's hang up your coats. Good morning, Olivia. Andrea, teacher. Andrea, teacher. Ooh. For me? Yeah. You need help with your coat? You need help? There you go. Okay, so I just finished my first lesson, and then after that I have a break for a few minutes. I normally come to the teacher break room and I just spend some time prepping for lessons either the next day or later in the day or just kind of whatever depending on my schedule. Wednesdays are my longest teaching days, and so I have some afternoon classes that I have to finish getting ready for. I have my basic lesson plan finished, but I need to get a few things like printed and scanned, so I'll probably do that during this time. And I'm also going to help my coworker Izan cut out some stuff for her lesson. You guys know Izan already. She was in my Gangnam Girls Trip vlog. She's one of my friends here, and we normally have lesson planning time kind of like at roughly the same time most days. So that's nice. We can just like chat, lesson plan, all that good stuff. Also, I want to say that if you hear any of my students' names in this video, it is not their real name. I want to protect their identity as much as possible. They actually all picked their own English names when they came to this school, so if you hear their names, it is not their real name, so they are still anonymous, even if you hear me talking to them in this YouTube video. So you guys all remember Izan from my Gangnam vlog. We are back at work in our natural habitat, and we are cutting out birds for a craft that she's doing for her class today. But you know, just another exciting day as a kindergarten teacher. Okay, I'm just finishing up my lesson planning now, and I have class again in about 5 minutes. So I'm about to head back over to my classroom, and I have my speaking class, and then I have my reading class, and then we have lunch. And then after lunch, I have another little break where I'm gonna come back here and just finish up a couple things that I just did on my computer. And then tomorrow, I have a little bit less lesson planning than normal because my kids go to PE instead of having one of the classes that I would normally teach them. So that's kind of nice. I get like an extra long break. And then on Friday, I also have kind of an extra little time in the morning because I swap one of my classes with my bilingual co-teacher. That being said, it is now time for me to go to my next class and pick up the printing that should be in the office for me on the way. Hey, class! Everybody listen. You need to cut out your circle, okay? Cut out your circle. You need to cut each line. Good. Yes, good. Color your circle yellow. I want you to use your biggest voices. Your biggest voices. No. Okay, ready? Yes. The bear. The bear. Goes over. Goes over. The mountain. The mountain. Okay, so I'm on my second break of the day. So I normally get 2 breaks in a day, and they're about 30 minutes each, and I am going to use this time to keep prepping for the later classes that I have because I have about 20 more minutes on my break before I have to teach 3 classes in a row. The bad news is that this is my long teaching day, and the good news is that after that I'm done and I can just clean my classroom and lesson prep for tomorrow and Friday and then be good to go. Okay guys, it is 4:14 p.m. and my kids just left. I'm not gonna lie, today was a crazy one from start to finish. My kids were not bad today, but they were just very energetic. And when you have 12, 5 and 6 year olds in a classroom and they're all energetic. They just kind of feed off of each other's energy. So I had to have like 2 or 3 talks with them today where we just like refocused, and I was like, okay, you guys are doing good work, but you are being so loud. I need you to be quiet and listen to teacher. And thankfully they did. Like, they were not, yeah, they did. They listened to me. But then they would forget because they're little kids, and then we would have to go back to having that same talk again. So I am exhausted for sure, but this is also why I love Wednesdays, is that they leave my classroom and then I just have a quiet, empty classroom and I get to clean it. And have I told you guys how much I love cleaning? Because if I haven't, then it's honestly like I'm hiding a really big part of myself from you guys, because I love cleaning. Like, at least like every weekend I take like at least an afternoon and I just like put on a podcast and I clean my house. Like, it's just like my zen mode. I love it. So generally speaking, that's exactly what I do. The same thing I do at my house when I clean is what I do here when I clean. I just put on a podcast. There are more kids. I put on a podcast and I just like make my whole classroom nice and clean for the next day. Alright guys, made it. We're officially leaving work. And guess who I'm back with? It's Courtney and Nizar. Very different context than the first time they were on the vlog. And we're probably about the same level of exhausted as when we were walking back from Gangnam, right?
Oh yeah.
Probably more.
Same.
Different type of delirium, but after teaching a full day, it's still delirium. So we're going home. I think we're all 3 gonna have some dinner in our own quiet apartments. But we made it. Congratulations, guys. Almost to the weekend. John just brought up a really good point. I think I mentioned this when I was talking earlier about like the weekly schedule, but tomorrow is PE day. PE day! Literally, could not be more excited.
The best day.
It's the best day.
We have more off time.
We have more off time. Our kids go and get tired out and then come back to us exhausted. It is just literally the best day of the week, besides maybe Friday or Saturday. It's the best school day of the week. Yes. We love PE day. I've just gotten home, turned on my light. Ugh, there goes my light again. I am going to make dinner. I'm so hungry. I guess first I'm gonna change. I don't normally like to stay in my work clothes for too long after work. So I'm gonna change and then I'm gonna get started cooking some dinner. Okay, so I'm changed, I'm back at home. I'm just in the clothes that I'm gonna do Pilates in later, because if I don't change into my workout clothes, then I will not work out. I'll just go to bed. I've learned that lesson the hard way. But I am making some dinner and I'm pretty much just heating up leftovers, which like, perfect, it's easy, it's low maintenance. And I'm making over here, I'm just heating up some chickpea and kale stew with turmeric and coconut milk that I made on Sunday. And I usually have rice with it, but I'd have to make some rice and I don't feel like doing that. It's gonna take too much time. So instead I am toasting some bread and I'm just going to have some hummus with the bread and eat that with the stew. So I'm super excited. I'm about to start up an episode of Friends and just cook and eat my dinner, and then I'm going to relax for a little bit, and then I'm going to do some Pilates. Okay, so I'm here, I have my dinner, I have my chickpea stew, and then I have this like toast that I made. It's pretty much just wheat toast with hummus and cumin and salt and some arugula on top with a little bit of olive oil. It is probably my favorite way to have toast. As soon as I found hummus at E-Mart, I knew that it was the first thing I had to make. So I'm going to eat this and watch my episode of Friends. Yeah, just unwind a little bit from the insane day that I had. It's about 7. I just finished my dinner. Now I have to wash all my dishes. It's not really that much though. Just a few things. Shouldn't actually take me that long. Also, I want to show you some updates that I've made to my shelving area. The one that I showed you guys when I first moved in, it was pretty blank, but I've gotten some fun things for it, so let me show you guys. So this is what it looks like now. Still a work in progress and like still pretty bare, but I got a postcard from going to the museum, and I got a plant, and I got some candles from Daiso. This is basically all from Daiso too, except for the like postcard. And then I got a vase of flowers, and I got a plant. I'm killing both the plants already. I do not know how I manage to kill plants as effectively as I do, but I kill them. It doesn't really matter how hard I try to keep them alive. I mean, I followed the instructions on these, but they're just both dying. I'm probably gonna switch over to just fake plants when these officially die. Or who knows, maybe they'll rebound and I won't have to get rid of them. But as it stands right now, they're not doing super well. I should have learned my lesson and just gotten fake plants when I had the chance, because I know that I cannot keep anything alive. But I like the idea of having live plants. So I decided to just try it, see if maybe this would be different and I could actually keep them alive, but no. Okay, so I might still do Pilates later, but I actually decided to go for a run right now because I feel like that's what I needed more than doing Pilates. So this is me about to go for a run. I feel like running at night like this in the cold, the worst part is the first mile, and then you get warm, and then you just go numb, and then it's great from there, almost to the mile mark. So I'm back, obviously, because I'm disgusting and sweaty. But I do think I'm gonna do some Pilates real quick, because that run was only like a mile and a half, and I kept it short just because it is kind of late and I do want to get to bed at a decently reasonable hour tonight. But I still think I have time for a quick like 20 or 25 minute session of Pilates just to like round out my workout for the evening. So I'm going to find a workout, do some Pilates real quick, and then hop in the shower. I just finished my Pilates, and I'm rounding out my workout and the day by eating the Reese's that I brought with me from America. All in moderation, you know? These really hit the spot right now. I'm very glad of my choices. Okay, I just got out of the shower, and now all I have to do is my like nightly skincare routine, and I need to dry the roots of my hair because if I don't, it will not dry. So I partially dried my hair, enough that I can go to sleep and it'll be dry when I wake up in the morning. If you guys want to see more vlogs like this in the future, please let me know. I'd be happy to start making more like daily routine, teacher life videos, because as much as I am going out and seeing fun things in Korea and sightseeing and experiencing the culture, I mean, this is my daily life, is waking up and teaching. Yeah, I love this part of my life in Korea just as much as I love the fun, exciting things that I get to do on the weekends. On that note, I am going to go to bed, so good night, you guys, and I will see you in the next vlog. Thanks for watching.